If you're still using sponges to clear out huge sections of oceans, you are doing it wrong. While sand and sponges may be fine for smaller areas, if you're trying to drain out large, open sections of water, you are wasting countless hours. Hello everyone, I am Grim Falcon, and today I'm going to show you a better way to clear out large areas of water. Now for starters, if you're clearing out a small area, something say this size, you're probably going to be better off to use sand and sponges. But if you're clearing out a large area, like this size, you're going to be better off doing it my way. In order to build this, these are the resources you are going to need. And one final note before we start here, you see this side I'm using glazed terracotta. That means that the sticky blocks can be right beside it. But over here we have sand, because I've used the falling sand on this side, as a lot of you probably would. That means that you will need to stop the sticky blocks here, so just budget an extra square. In addition to that, you can't go all the way to the bottom either. You need to leave one air block like so. Otherwise, it'll stick on these blocks. So just know where your highest point is and set it based on that. To start off, we're going to use trapdoors all along the back wall here. And this is the trigger mechanism. So we'll use redstone dust and a torch so that we can trigger all these trapdoors at the same time, which will send the flying machine on its way. So now as we place the torch, they all fold down. And then of course, when ready to trigger it, we'll break the torch and that will update the observers and send it on its way. Now as for the flying machine, it's probably going to be easier if we start at the lowest point. So what we're going to do is we're going to break 8 going down and replace those with slime blocks. Now it doesn't matter whether you start with slime or honey. The important thing is you alternate every row between slime and honey. So you're going to carry this all the way down, where once again, if you're using sand on the far wall, you need to make sure you leave an air gap here. If, on the other hand, you're using glazed terracotta or any other block that honey blocks and slime blocks don't stick to, you can go tight to the wall like that. Now for the actual flying machine, on the second block down, you're going to want an observer facing out and a sticky piston also facing out. You then have 2 slime blocks here, 2 here, and you want to put an observer against your trigger mechanism, followed by a sticky piston facing out. One thing I would recommend, just for safety reasons, is keep this piston out until you're about ready to trigger it. That way, if you accidentally break a redstone dust or something, it's not going to send the flying machine off because the piston that it's triggering isn't there. Now, once again, you need to make sure you alternate your slime and honey blocks, so we will do that. And observer, sticky piston, and observer, it's a carbon copy, with the only difference being you alternate slime and honey. So I'm going to carry this all the way down. And when you're done, you'll have something that looks like this. Now all that's left is to put your sticky pistons in against the observers, and you are almost ready to trigger the mechanism. Now I say almost because there's one very important thing you have to do in order for this to work. You have to get rid of the sand, at least down to here. Otherwise, these blocks will stick to the sand and it won't go anywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and remove all of this sand. You'll probably end up doing this with a shovel, but I'm going to use World Edit for the sake of ease. And now, at long last, you're ready to set the machine off on its merry way by breaking the torch. Now, as you can see, it will fill in one more block here, but that can be taken care of either with sponges or with the sand wall going along here when you're done. It does take about 1.5 minutes for it to go all the way down here. But if you were doing this with sand and sponges, it would take much, much longer than 1.5 minutes. Thank you to everybody who watched this far in the episode. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and let me know what other things you might want to see in the comments below. Until next time, everybody, I'm Grim Falcon. Stay safe, stay happy, and don't do anything I wouldn't do.